Well, I think that everybody needs to spend time just making room for this conversation. What does reentry feel like for you? What does it feel like for you? Like, here's a great example that I see a lot in couples. If one person is the more at home part time person, and one person is the person who goes back out into the world and lives out in the world, usually when there isn't a pandemic, then whatever those issues were that were at play before the pandemic, guess what? They're back. And that during the pandemic, there's been a little bit of easing of those issues because the issues that were part of the couple playing the different roles that they played were not present. So now that reentry is happening, talking again about what was learned when you had a break from all the stuff that goes on with you being at work all day and you being at home all day, what does that feel like now? And what do we want to do? How can we capture the good as we move back into the way that we used to do things? And maybe I shouldn't even say used to do things, that this is the new normal, and that the new normal, once again, another new normal, Bernie, the idea that here we are again going back out into the world, but with new awareness and understanding about ourselves and our relationships. And so, and also people feel differently about going back out into the world. So if one person in a partnership really is dying, biting at the bit to go back, and the other person is, you know, having really enjoyed the time with family at home all together, and it may not be all or none in either direction, that can rub raw if you don't address those feelings. So how can we make room for both sets of feelings? That it's nice for people to kind of get back to it and be back in the world. And for those people that have trepidation or are missing some of the features of all that lovely time at home with family, how can we still reserve time that we so enjoyed this past year and make sure that we retain that new piece of learning about what people really want in the family?